Merchants Millpond State Park is on the northeastern side of North Carolina. It is part of the Great Dismal Swamp, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful pond that was once a center of trade with some mills and stuff. You can come here. There are hiking trails and there are canoeing trails. And the best way to really see this is probably to paddle around on the canoe. And they normally have 1-hour canoe rentals, but due to the pandemic, they don't have that right now. And there are also canoeing campsites that you can canoe to. This is a beautiful place on a April day, and no bugs. I can imagine here though that in the summertime it can be buggy and hot and humid, but on a day like today it is absolutely gorgeous. There are several trails here at Merchants Millpond. One of them is the Bennett's Creek Trail, which is a loop about 2.3 miles. That is basically a nice walk in the woods. And then there is a much longer Lassiter Trail, and that's about 5.5 or so mile loop, and it's on the other side of the pond. And you have the very short, easily accessible trail that is by the visitor center, the Cypress Point Trail, a very short, handicap accessible loop that gets you a very nice view of the pond itself. And then there's a Coleman Trail, and that is about 2 miles. So you got quite a few trails here that are reasonable in length for you to explore and enjoy. You have a little boardwalk here next to these green looking things. Algae, I imagine. Just makes for a beautiful scene. Look at this little windy boardwalk that goes basically up to the lake with a little viewpoint here. Look at that. They even give you a nice bench. You can sit down. Go ahead, sit. Sit back and enjoy.
Oh, nice and sunny.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Ooh, fun.
And this is the view you get. You can kind of see the water flowing a little bit with I guess it's pollen or something on top.
Oh yeah, that's definitely pollen. The pine season now. That's algae. That's pollen, I think.
Okay, alligators, where are you? Now's a good time to show yourself.
I think that this time of the day, it would try to find a dry area or an area where the sun itself keep it warm.
Maybe. There are family camping grounds. There's backpack camping, group camping, and canoe camping here.
Canoe camping? Oh, you canoe to your spot.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Merchants Millpond has got a beautiful visitor center that talks about the area, the ecology, and so on. And it's got this really nice couch chair that overlooks a big pane of windows. That is just super nice to be inside and be able to see the beautiful view outside. It's one of the nicer visitor centers in the North Carolina state parks. The settlements in the Gates County area began in the 1660s. Residents of early rural communities make a living by farming and lumbering. In the early 1700s, Hunter's Millpond was built at the head of Bennett's Creek to provide means of processing and marketing regional produce. Highway construction destroyed the millpond in 1922, but further downstream, Norfleet's Millpond, built in 1811, thrived, and grist mills, a sawmill, a farm supply store, and other enterprises made the area the center of trade in Gates County. Thus, the pond became known as Merchants Millpond. Shortly before World War II, operations around the millpond came to a halt and millers sold the land to developers. In the 1860s, A.B. Coleman of Mayock purchased the property and later donated 919 acres, including the pond, to the state. Coleman, a canoeist and lover of nature, thought the area too beautiful for development. His generous donation led to the establishment of Merchants Millpond State Park in 1973. The Nature Conservancy contributed an additional 925 acres of woodlands to the park that now encompasses about 3,500 acres. Merchants Millpond is a wonderful place to spend most of a day. You can do some hiking. The longer trails like Lassiter, the shorter trails like Bennett's Creek are all very nice. Rent a canoe and paddle on the pond in order to get the best experience. We are on our way to visit all the national parks in the United States. Follow along by hitting the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is released. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please share it with everybody that you know.